In this video, we're going to talk about how to get Hello World from React Native. I'm going to break down the code, how to style it. In order for you to follow this video, you need to have Node.js and also Java and have it up to date to the latest version. And I did it on a previous video, which should appear somewhere over here. So how to style and block. And we're going to go over all this code. So stay tuned. Let's make the simplest Hello World in React Native. And for that, first we need to create our project. So I'm going to cd to my folder. Then I will create here the app. So it's going to be npx create-expo-app at latest and the name of the app. I'm going to call it Hello World in React Native. Should have run native. Oh, and we're gonna wait for load, and then we're gonna cd into it. I got that there's another update and it's important to run, so I'm gonna run that. And you should too. You get this message on React Native after doing that. Hit W to open a web server and open Vim and this directory. It's going to be index.tsx. I turned down the font to 16. This is everything here is on the right. So it's basically like the HTMLs but in React Native. And everything's in here. The styling would be like CSS, and then the code. This is like HTML. There's like image, style. Do not get overwhelmed by that. We're gonna delete everything and just do the text. And so in order to delete, I'm gonna go do GG just to go to the beginning. Go to visual mode, go Shift V, so it's uppercase V, and then Shift GG to go to the end. And then from there I can press D to delete. And I'm gonna write that. Right. And we don't have anything right here, so that's good. Now that we have everything clear, we can import some of the libraries. The first one you always use is import the React library. So big R, React, from, React, and semicolon. There you go. We will also import the text library. So let's type import text. We need curly braces in there because we're going to put more stuff in here. Text, and then from React Native. And semicolon. We will first create a function, which it's going to call an app. So for that, we create a constant app. And this will be an arrow function, which is equal to parentheses, followed by equals and greater than sign, and curly braces. And that's our lambda. And inside lambda, we're going to put a return statement. So it's going to be return, parentheses, semicolon here, and another one at the end. And we also need to call that function. So how we do it, it's called export default app, the name of lambda, followed by semicolon. So I'm going to write that for now. We need to put in a div in here. So let's put in a text. And we're going to close it. And in between is where your text goes. So let's do hello world. And write. Now open it side by side, and after you write, you should see that you get a hello world right here. So we got our hello world. Now we need to make things more interesting. In order to do that, you need styling. Specifically for us, it's going to be inline styling right now, and then we're going to change it to block styling like you do in CSS. Let's add some styling. So we're going to do inline. We're going to use the keyword style, and then equals and then the curly braces embedded in each other, like so. And now we can do things like color, colon, and then single quotes, and inside we can put blue. I'm gonna write it, and there we go. The text turned blue. Let's make the font bigger. For that, we can add a comma here to add another attribute. So it's gonna be font size. Font size. There we go. And then colon, single quotes, and we're gonna put in the font size itself. And we don't need single quotes for this one. I'm gonna put a 20 in here. Right. And I want it a little bit, I want it way bigger. Maybe like a 50, 55. Right. That's probably better for everybody to see. If we keep adding more attributes here, it's gonna get really just not look pretty. And we also want to be able to reuse it. So instead of copying and pasting like 20 times, let's say we wanted to add this style again and again. It's gonna get kind of redundant to copy and paste it a bunch of times. So it will be a lot easier if we just declare it in some kind of variable, and instead of using inline styling, to use the block styling. And to do that, we need to import in the from React Native the StyleSheet library. StyleSheet. There we go. Let's create a constant that will create the style sheet. So let's call it const style little s style equals, and then we're gonna call that library style sheet to create a new one. Create, and it's gonna be parentheses and curly braces inside of it. From there, we need to add a container, and you do the container name, then semicolon, and curly braces in there. So let's call it container 1, colon, curly braces, and in here we can add the styling. So I'm gonna copy and paste this stuff that's inside the curly braces. Copy, paste. There we go. Gonna fix the spacing a little bit. So like that, like that. Looks a little bit better. And then from there, we need to call it in here. So it's gonna be style. It's gonna be the constant, and then period, the container name. So let's do that right now. So this I can erase. I can erase the in block and leave the little curly braces there. So it's gonna be style dot container 1. We're gonna write it, and hopefully it stays in a state. Yes. I forgot to add the parentheses. It's supposed to return something. There's supposed to be parentheses and then the colon. So I'm gonna do that right now because we want to add more text and make it easier to understand. So I'm gonna go all the way to that line, and in here, before the colon, I'm gonna finish the parentheses. So I'm gonna write it, and it still works. I added a little bit of spacing. I want to be able to add another text, and for that we need to add a view. So the view tag is going to be view, and then we're going to close it at the end in here. And the reason we need to do that is because I want to add another text, and I want to add another container. I added another text, and it just says from React Native, and I want to be able to add another container. And let's make it big and yellow. So we're gonna do style equals, and we're gonna do a style container 2. Style container 2. And down in our block, we're gonna add another container. In here, this is a trailing comma, and we can add another one at the end. Here we go. Paste. I'm going to call it container 2. And let's make it yellow. And let's keep it the same size. So I'm going to write it. There we go. Just to conclude, we went over how to create this from scratch, the libraries, how to create the constant app,
how to make it's actually a lambda that returns all the view and the text, and how to call it by exporting it, default app, and also how to use the inline styling, and from inline styling to the code to the block styling. Hope that video helps. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and comment. It really helps the algo. And see you next time.